For the latest top tips, reviews and advice, please subscribe below.
Hello and welcome to Attwoolls Outdoors with me, Mike. Today I'm giving you guys a brand new product review video on a very exciting and groundbreaking product from Vango. So this here is the Vango Radiate Sleeping Bag. So the thing that probably makes this different to what everything else on the market is the fact that it's kind of got its own inbuilt heater, which I know for a lot of people rings, bells, for example. Not only is it a really well-spec'd sleeping bag, so it's a 3-season bag, around about 10 tog, so it's highly insulated. You've also got the benefit that you've got an inbuilt heater pad round about at the feet, which you can put on with 4 different modes, I should say, to sort of get that bag warm before you step in it. So yeah, again, when it's camping, it suddenly can turn quite cold at some points, and one night from another can be very different. The ability to sort of have yourself like a little boost on there makes a really big difference. It's kind of a double-layered system, so it's got, the way it's constructed, if you've got kind of a twin pocket side system, so the actual bag itself, in the way it's made, is designed to trap air in between the layers, so that's going to help for your body heat to warm up naturally and retain that heat. So that's before you get onto the heater. Generally it runs about a comfort level about sort of 2 degrees, so that's where it's working at its best. So anything sort of below that, it works well. So it's a full-on 3-season sleeping bag really, working really nicely. You've got kind of like a polar fill, sort of soft touch inner, so it feels almost like a brushed cotton. But it's got the benefit of it's not quite as sort of damp as cotton would be once you're inside of it. So it's a bit nicer on the skin, not as harsh, doesn't feel so synthetically, if we talk about that. Generally it's a really nice sort of square bag, so you've got a square end as well, so you're not going to worry about sort of wriggling around or be sort of a bit entrapped in it. A maximum user height around about 1.90 meters. So again, it's going to fit most people, including myself. And yet again, 2 double zips, so you can actually, if you get too warm, you can open at the top, allow a bit of air to come through for your feet. Alternatively, if you want to use it kind of more like a duvet blanket, open it completely up and have it sort of over top of you, so you can sort of really nicely and relax. The actual pad itself is located, like I said, in the feet. You can buy the pads sort of completely separately if you wanted to as well. So you've got sort of both options. And the other thing that probably makes it quite different is that even though it's got a inbuilt thermo pad, is that actually it's machine washable as well, which yet again is kind of music to people's ears. So you can probably just about see, there it is, the pad built into there. So it's very, very well hidden, to be fair. And like I said, you can just kind of unzip that and make sure you don't catch anything in the zip. You've got kind of a 2-way zip pullers, so not only is it kind of anti-snag, so it wouldn't actually, if you catch any fabric in there, it shouldn't actually fray it too much. Obviously, if very brute force, what it's going to do. And you've got on the top here, you've got your control panel. The wires very sort of discreetly follows the weaves down to the actual pad itself. Now, to run this, you do need power. So what you can go down lines of is something like a small little power bank, something very neat, small. Vango now do their own power bank, but in all honesty, for heating this thing, it's a bit bulky. I'm going to use it for the purpose of this test and video. But personally, I'd get one of the small little USB ones. Quite small, and even if it just gives you a couple of hours of charge, that's going to be enough a night to get yourself sort of starting after sleep. Or if need be in the night, you need that little bit of booster. Plus, there's a little pouch built into here, so you can leave it in there, pre-attached to there, and it's just quite, it's all in one place. Not going to worry about it going elsewhere. So what I'm going to do is pop it in my power bank, turn that on. Now, initially, it's on from the lighting system. It lights up for you there. Now, like I said, there's 4 modes on the mods. You've got your kind of green, which obviously so your red, which is actually the warmest, as you would expect. You press it once, it turns to purple, which is sort of next setting down. Press it again, you have the green, so that's sort of second from bottom, and finally, like a light blue, which is kind of the the starting point. So you sort of start with warmest, warm, medium, and just like a light, gentle warming. And of course, off. So you can really pick your level, and again, depends on the climate or how it varies from one night to another. You can sort out your warmth. But I think actually, generally for the price point as well, I think it's very, very reasonable. You're not talking a lot of money for a single bag, and certainly where you compare it to maybe something in Vango's normal range, in the high-end stuff like your Aurora, it's cheaper than Aurora because it sort of is a synthetic outer. But really, with that soft feel, I think it's going to be a really popular bag. I think it would probably be very more popular with women than it's men, generally because women tend to have colder feet. And that's going to sort of solve that issue quite nicely. But personally, if I'm certainly was one to feel the cold, I think generally I would probably go for something like this as well. I think it's a great difference, and certainly, like I said, very revolutionary for the 2020 season. But for more information on this particular bag, check in the link below to our website. We've got more information as well as what sort of special prices are we doing this particular item at the moment. But let us know what you think, and if you've got one, of course, let us know your feedback. We're always very keen to know what's going on and how well it sort of is on the consumer market. So, but yeah, that's kind of our Attwoolls Outdoors video review on the very exciting new Vango Radiate Sleeping Bag.